Ben Roethlisberger said about Lamar Jackson, saying teams don't fear him. First of all, I understand what he's saying when it comes to him, killing you when it comes to in the pocket. Ben Roethlisberger obviously has not watched Lamar Jackson, and that's the grace I'm giving him because, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just doing his podcast, but he hasn't watched Lamar Jackson, and I don't think he's watched football over the past 5 years because his last 3 to 4 years in the NFL were abysmal. We know that the Steelers were doing, and Mike Tomlin was doing him a service. He hurt the team doing Ben Roethlisberger a service by letting him play out and not shipping him somewhere. And Ben Roethlisberger, but believe me, he had nothing left when he retired, nothing at all. He had nothing left 2 years before he retired. So I'm not sure how much football he's watching, but if you watch football, Lamar Jackson is lethal in the pocket. In fact, we all heard about it. Lamar Jackson's career passer quarterback rating in the pocket, 97.9. Big Ben, 94.2. Career QBR in the pocket, Lamar Jackson, 64.9. Big Ben, 63.4. And that's with not having Santonio Holmes, not having Antonio Brown, not having Martavius Bryant, not having Hines Ward, not having what's the guy's name? Emmanuel Sanders, not having the other fast guy's name, but not having what was it? Juju Smith-Schuster. This is where and Chase Claypool. I'm like, should I mention Chase Claypool? But Ben Roethlisberger had more weapons. So we can't even look at this statement to be even credible, right? We just scratched off and give Big Ben a pass. But understand that Lamar has been in an offense that forces him to play. He hasn't been in an offense that forces teams for them to play the pass. They play the run, and where teams have highlighted Lamar Jackson and have used him as a missile, why would a team game plan? So it's nothing against Lamar Jackson not being capable or not fearing him. It's the way the offense was designed. So the statement shouldn't even been said. What Big Ben said was Lamar Jackson played in an offense where you're not afraid of him picking you apart because the emphasis is on running the ball. So I say that because let's look at some numbers, right? And I don't like just putting out fluff, but let's look at numbers. Lamar Jackson, if you look at pass yards after completion, he is 24th lowest in the feed in the league. Basically, out of all the teams all the quarterbacks in the league, he's 24th lowest, meaning his players get the 24th lowest yak, yards after catch. You have a lot of tight ends; they're not playmakers. A lot of them not playmakers like the receivers, so they don't get a lot of yak. But believe it or not, he's also had the highest drop percentage last year in the NFL. So out of all his pass catchers, they've had the highest drop percentage in the NFL. How do you expect Lamar Jackson, right, to be lethal from the pocket? Or how do you expect Lamar Jackson to have a passing attack that is that dominant when his receivers dropped the most passes on average in the NFL last year? Lamar Jackson hasn't had the players and or been in the offense to be successful and or exploit his full capabilities. Lamar Jackson has done that with limited resources. So what do you have? You have a lot of tight ends catching and falling. I actually broke down film on this. Lamar Jackson has thrown the ball in tight spots. He's made plays. And I say this,